People's energy are meant to be their own energy. Your energy is meant to be yours. When you're describing yourself as an empath, you're kind of defining yourself by taking on everybody else's energy and by kind of staying down because of it. Your energy field basically stands 6 feet outside of your physical layer, which is your most dense layer. Boundaries, and how do we set up boundaries for the energy field? Well, number one, it's called spiritual hygiene, friends. Like, you have to clear that energy field. If you are a people pleaser, if you are an empath and you're describing yourself as that you are lacking in the boundary department, my friend. It's wonderful and beautiful to be magnetic to the things that are right for you. Before you speak, before you act, your energy has already introduced you. Hi, I'm Tiffany Cohen, and welcome to the next episode of the Spirit and Soul podcast. If you're a little bit nervous about what I just said, you definitely need to listen up to this episode, because in this episode, we are going to break down how to understand your own energy field, how to strengthen it, how to know if you're in expansion or contraction, and also how you're reading other people's energies and how, honestly, are we able to do this. So I'm really excited to get into this episode. And listen, by the end of this episode, I assure you, you are going to know how to strengthen your energy field and walk into any room with confidence and really feel empowered, because I'm going to tell you why you may not be feeling empowered. Let's get into it. So if you're not aware of what your energy field is, and you can say energy field, you can say aura. Your energy field basically stands 6 feet outside of your physical layer, which is your most dense layer. And you have this energetic field that stretches out about, let's say, 6 feet wide, and you have many, many different layers to it. Okay, we're not going to get so much into the layers today, but what I really want to talk about is the culmination of them all today and what's really happening here. So you have this energetic field, and, realistically, it is part of you. It's part of your, let's say, body, right? It's not part of your physical body, because your physical body is just another layer of the field. It's the most dense layer, but it is a part of how you experience the world around you. And so in the unseen aspects of yourself, which is this energetic field, you have many different receptors. And you have these receptors, and everybody has this. And whether you realize it or not, your receptors are actually taking in the world around you before your physical senses actually understand them, before your brain is actually really computing them. You're so guided by them that sometimes you don't want to believe what you're receiving. So tell me if you've ever experienced this. Like, you walk into a room and you just it feels heavy, right? You feel what? Tension. You can actually feel it. And there's terminology that says, I walked into the room and you could cut the tension with a knife, right? Like, you're actually describing the feeling of the energy that's sitting in the room. And we just say words because, these phrases have been around forever and we just say it. But at the end of the day, you're describing what your energy field is picking up. Your physical senses aren't picking it up because you can't see it. You can't see tension like in a room, but you can certainly feel it. And that's where your energetic field is coming in. So your energetic field is acting as the receptors, and it is taking what it is experiencing and it's interpreting it for you, and it gives it to your brain and it says tension, or it gives it to the feeling aspects, the energetic aspect of your body that's going to compute it to what you understand as tension. And when you walk into a room, other people are feeling your energy. When other people walk into the room, you can feel theirs, right? So like, you can actually sense if someone's angry, even if they have a smile on their face, right? Like, you can feel it. You can feel their energy. Why? How? It's because your energy and their energy is what's called enmeshing, when the energetic fields are actually overlapping one another. And when they start to overlap, you can begin to sense and feel what the other person is feeling, experiencing. And if you really tune into it, into your intuitive, because we all have them, your intuitive, let's say, powers, your intuitive magic, you can actually even experience maybe what they're thinking or maybe what they just went through. You can actually feel it. Now, what I'm going to say is don't, because you have to get permission to do that. But sometimes we do it and you're like, oh, I think that they just got into a fight, or I think that they just, got some bad news, right? Like you can kind of say these things and you don't know where it's coming from or why you're saying it, but you just have a feeling, and it's true. Your feelings are right. You're picking up on something that your brain is interpreting for you, and it's giving it to you, and it's saying, here, like, we're experiencing this. Maybe you want to avoid this person. You don't, or maybe you want to go and see if they're okay. This is such an incredible way that as you start to tune into and understand that you can really use it to your advantage in the world around you. Our energetic field, like I said, has many, many different layers, and how you walk into the room and the energy that you put out there is really going to be an amalgamation of a lot of different things that are going on in your world. So if you are bogged down with stress and maybe you're going through it, right? You're probably going to appear to people, even if you have a big smile on your face, they're going to sense it from you. And that's going to have an effect on your own energy. It's actually, if people aren't protecting their own energy, which we're going to get into, you can actually bring down the room around you and think about it, how you have been affected by other people's energies, right? Like, that someone's going through it, or maybe like your Aunt Nancy is just like a really negative person. And you now, every time you sit next to her, you were happy and now you're not, right? That's that enmeshing happening, but it's also you accepting it. And it's you allowing her to bring you down. And you can do that for other people as well. So that's why we want to understand what our energy is. We want to be clear about how we're showing up, about the energies that we have as we're walking into the room, because you are going to affect the world around you. It's just what happens. And so when you walk into a room, you want people to feel the best parts of you, right? Like you want to give those parts, or like if you feel heavy, clearing out the energetic field, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, so that you can walk in feeling good, feeling clear. As we begin to go on a healing journey, as we begin to know ourselves a little bit more and understand, maybe you're doing some, personal growth and development classes. Maybe you're taking some classes at Spirit and Soul, and you're starting to get to know yourself. You're going to start to see how you've been kind of presenting yourself to the world. And as you lift up your vibration, as you begin to clear out a lot of the things that maybe were weighing you down, your energetic field will shift, and it's going to shift into a higher frequency, right? Everything is energy. Every single thing in this universe is energy. And they vibrate at different frequencies. And when you're vibing low, it, right? Like you can feel it. Even if you're putting that smile on your face and you're trying to just get through it, when your energy is dipping. And so when you can start to clear some things out, you start to clear out maybe some limiting beliefs, maybe the way that you talk to yourself. Maybe it's just like how you feel when you walk into that room. Like maybe you're like, I don't like being around people. Well, why? Is it because you're taking on everyone's energy and that feels really overwhelming to your nervous system? Of course, you're not going to want to be around people, but then you're also missing out on the point of being human, right? The point of being human is connecting. I mean, there's many points of being human, but one of them is connection. And so you're hiding because you just don't know how to manage your energy. And so we look to words to describe us, like introvert and my favorite, not favorite, empath. Okay. Because when you're describing yourself as an empath and you say it like this, I'm an empath, you're kind of defining yourself by taking on everybody else's energy and by kind of staying down because of it. And there's a way that, first of all, you're not meant to do that. You're not supposed to do it. We're all empathic. That's where enmeshing comes in, right? We're all taking in the energy of the world around us. And some people are more sensitive to it. So if you're like, well, I am an empath. I know, sister. Some of us are more prone to the sensitivities of the energy. But you're not meant to carry it like a badge of honor, like a weight on your shoulders, because you're just allowing it to bring you down. And I am telling you, you're vibing lower because of it. People's energy are meant to be their own energy. Your energy is meant to be yours. Okay. And an empath is going to take on all that energy and keep it for themselves. And we don't want to do that. So you can feel into that because your energy is feeling contracted, and it's feeling contracted because you're taking on everybody else's stuff. It's feeling contracted because you're not working on your own things. And then you can start feeling it. You can actually start to see it in your physical body as you show up in the world. And how are you? You have your shoulders slumped. You're probably like this. Why? What's happening here? Right? What you're doing is protecting. Your body is actually stepping in and trying to protect your heart space. And it's trying to protect that energy and saying like, oh, like we don't want that scary, right? We don't want that. And so when we're expansive, our body's actually going to show it. When your energy is feeling expansive, your body's going to show it. Your shoulders are going to be back. And when your heart is forward, it's open, and your heart is the seat of the soul. Right? So it's the soul leading the way. And I love that. But you can't be open, soul leading the way with everybody else's baggage on you, with the baggage of the things that you're still carrying around, all legit sitting in your energy field. Like, no, we can't do it. And that's why for your energy field, healing is so important, beyond important. And I say it all the time. And listen, I don't should on anybody. But I'm shooting on you here. You should be on your healing journey. Okay? We have to, but it isn't, right? Like we have to allow ourselves to let go. And all of those pieces become energetic knots in your field. And when you clear them out, the first thing that people say to me when they clear it out, I say, how do you feel? I feel lighter. Why? Because your vibration can now lift. The vibration of your energy field can lift up, right? So we want to make sure that we're doing that for ourselves. We want to make sure that for the world around us, that we're showing off our light and not dimming that light because of all the stuff we're carrying around. So we're going to turn that light up more and more and more the more we allow ourselves to shine, the more that we allow ourselves to be in an energetic field that feels really good to us. So part of that is going to be this, boundaries. And I know if you are a people pleaser, if you are an empath and you're describing yourself as that you are lacking in the boundary department, my friend. And so we have to make sure that we are setting up boundaries for our energy field and, of course, for our own well-being. Boundaries, and how do we set up boundaries for the energy field? Well, number one, it's called spiritual hygiene, friends. Like you have to clear that energy field. And there are so many ways to do this, but some of the most simple is just like sit for a second, call in white light, white source light. Okay, that will clear out your energy field. You'll start to feel different. But if you're like me, I like to have that white light energy. I work with it all throughout the day whenever I feel like I need a little zhuzh. But also, I like a good incense. I like a good clearing incense, a good, sustainably sourced sage and Palo Santo. I like those things because it is vibrating at a frequency of cleansing. Okay. And also it's a reminder to the brain that we're letting go. And that's why I like it. We're tapping into the olfactory senses, right? The olfactory action that's going on in the brain. We're smelling. It's opening it up, and then it's a reminder. And it's reminding you to get down to some spiritual business. It's reminding you to let go, to clear out your field. It's a reminder of a reset. And that's why I like something with a little bit of a scent. The other thing that I absolutely love is Frank's Energy Cleanse Spray, or the Cleanse and Protect Spray that we have here at Spirit and Soul. Now, I know you guys are obsessed with it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, get on the train. okay? Because this spray is a powerhouse. It's made with Florida water, which is really cleansing and protective. But also we have the totems that you have. Like totems are a spirit and soul product that we created so that you can take it on the go. It's got mini spray in it. It's got a selenite, which is another great way to cleanse your energy. It's got black tourmaline in it or a black crystal. Maybe it might be black agnematite, either one. They're all very protective in the field. So you have all of the things in there to carry with you so that you could clear out your energy all throughout the day. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure that you visit shopspiritandsoulstudio.com, or you can always follow us on Instagram at Spirit and Soul Studio and get yourself one, because this is the energetic reset that you need throughout your day. Now, this is a great way to set up boundaries. You got to clear out that energetic field. Clear it out because you're carrying around other people's stuff, and it's enough that you got to carry around your own stuff. Now you're carrying around everybody else's? No, let it go, okay? Now, once you start to do that, energetic boundaries are going to be this. And I want to make myself very clear here, because especially as a healer, you're going to enmesh and you're going to take on other people's energy when you're in their field. But you have the ability, and my empath friends, listen up, turn those ears up, okay? Because when you are done with that conversation, with that interaction, I need you to give back their energy. I will often actually put my hands over my heart. I'll cross them over my heart and have my hands at my shoulders. And that's me saying, you take your stuff back, okay? Right? My energy is mine. Your energy is yours. So it's super, super important that you are aware of your own energy, that you are aware of what you've been taking on of others, and having that boundary to say, okay, I held space for you. I heard you out. I get it. You're going through a hard time, right? And I was here to give you my words and my love and even my energy for a little bit, but now it's taken on back. Okay. And also I'm taking my own energy back, and you get yours back. And that's that. And that is the energetic boundary that you're missing. That right there is the energetic boundary that you have been living without, that you need in your life. I work on so many people all the time, whether it's through energetic healing, whether it's through coaching, whether it is through my $1 billion healer method. And let me tell you something. I hear about and am in the energy of everyone's traumas. If I took that on all the time, I wouldn't be able to leave the house. And people ask me that all the time. They're like, how do you do it? I'm like, because I am a master at holding space in the most beautiful way possible. I am in it with you when I'm in it with you. And then when it's time for you to go, I don't take any of your stuff. It doesn't mean I don't think about you. It doesn't mean that I don't wish you well. Those are very different things. I'm just saying what's yours is yours and what's mine is mine, babe. And that's that, right? And that's how it's meant to be. So if you're not doing that, and you don't have to be a healer, you could be the person that everybody comes to in the family. You could be the person that everyone calls when they have a problem to complain about, to complain to, and that's okay. You're a healer in that regard. I'm telling you, you're holding space for people, but you got to give it back to them. And that's going to be the biggest way that you create a boundary in your own energy, feel good, even give yourself a little selenite wand, right? We have them at Spirit and Soul too, a nice beautiful selenite wand, clear out the energy field, give yourself a little incense cleansing as you need it. You've got your totem now, so you can spray up Frank's Cleanse and Protect spray and really shift the energy out of someone else's energy and into your own. Now, here's the thing. We talk about embodiment a lot. And embodiment, you have to understand what it is that you're embodying. So how do you want to feel throughout the day? How do you want to feel when you're walking in the room? Do you want to feel like you have to protect yourself, or do you want to feel like the most empowered version of you, right? Like you have to make that decision. And so if you're walking into that room and you don't like being in a room full of people because you're taking on everyone's energy, and you're walking into that room thinking that and feeling that, you're going to kind of walk into the room a little bit of the Debbie Downer in the room. And we don't want to do that, right? You want to be magnetic. It's wonderful and beautiful to be magnetic to the things that are right for you. And you can't be magnetic weighed down. You're going to be, well, you can be, you are actually magnetic to the things you don't want, right? So we want to make sure that we're being magnetic to the things that we do. And so getting your energy right, knowing the type of energy that you want to embody is going to help you to start to shift into that energy. And all of this is about, it's a beautiful embodiment, but it's also helping you to strengthen your field. Every single one of the things that I've mentioned is helping you to strengthen your energetic field. Now, the way that you're going to do this, though, not just when you're walking into a room and not just when you're going to get on a phone call with somebody, it starts in the morning. It starts also, and it ends at night, and it goes all throughout the day. You have to start out your day protecting your energy, calling in white light, cleansing anything out that is not yours. I let go of anything that's not mine. I like to work with Archangel Michael, and I say his legion of angels, okay? Archangel Michael and your legion of angels come in and help to cut the cords of the things that are not mine, the things that I don't need. That's going to help to strengthen your energy because nothing's pulling on you that is not yours and that you don't need, right? And this could be also when people think about you, they have a cord that attaches to you. So it's clearing out all of that and helping to strengthen that field. But you really got to take the time every morning and protect your energy. It takes 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And if you want, we also have Frank's Archangel Michael Protection Oil. I like to put that on me and the kids before I walk out the door. And it's really important. It vibrates at a frequency of protection, of not taking on those things. Black tourmaline, okay, another great one for protection energy. So really important to start to carry these things so that you're strengthening that field, okay? And then as you go into the room, now you're walking in feeling confident. You're walking in feeling empowered because you're in your own energy, and it's freaking great in here, right? Like when you're working on your stuff, you're clearing out the field, you're growing, you're expanding, you're doing all the things. It feels great in your energy. Like you're going to sit back and be like, damn, I feel good. And that's an amazing feeling to feel. That's amazing to go from one way to another. I'll never forget. I had this girl, she came into Spirit and Soul, one of my clients, and she worked in nursing. And everybody was pulling on her energy all the time. And including the staff, she worked in a negative environment. And she's like, I just can't shake it. And she would always look like she was carrying around everyone's stuff. And so I gave her a black tourmaline necklace. I'm like, wear this, okay? Drink our energy cleanse tea, okay, which is like an organic peppermint tea that we have here at Spirit and Soul. It's part of our ritual line. And drink that every night and clear out your energy at night. She came back in 2 weeks later. She was a different person because she got clear about no longer accepting anybody else's energy. And she came in like a baddie. I'm like, yes, girl. My goodness, you are different. And she's like, yeah, I've been doing all the things and it feels so good and clearing out. So like, this is the work that you need to do, but it's not just going to happen on its own and you can't just expect it to, okay? You have to make sure that you are doing the work. You're intentionally clearing your energy. You're intentionally letting go of other people. And I assure you, you will feel like a different person. And listen, if you feel like you need more support, more help, I mean, we talk about this basically in every class that we do at Spirit and Soul, but we definitely have particular classes that we like to do about clearing the energy field, strengthening it. So make sure that you're on the lookout for that. You make sure that you're following us at Spirit and Soul Studio on Instagram. We always post our schedule, or you can go over to spiritandsoulstudio.com/schedule and you can check out our schedule. And we would love to have you. And guess what? Your first class with us is free. So you can do virtual or in person at our Babylon location. And I would love to see you there. So thank you so much for joining me on this episode of the Spirit and Soul podcast. And I'll see you on the next one.